Hello and welcome back to the Harri and Marcus show. In fact, welcome to the first Harri and Marcus podcast.
Yeah. Hi all from me.
Which, and hi from me obviously, which will hopefully become a regular weekly thing and will after this week hopefully have its own channel, its own home to go to, but we'll leave a link to that.
From Marcus's sofa.
Podcast from Marcus's sofa. We haven't been online for, since the dawn of time because there's been illness. I had COVID and unfortunately Marcus has been in hospital. So please like, comment, share, subscribe, yell it from the rooftops because we're so out of the algorithm now that no one's going to see this otherwise. Right, so these subjects, but the loose one of starting off was cover versions, both music, TV and film. Are they worth it? Are some cover versions better or some shouldn't have ever seen the light of day or whatever? I've sort of done a complete 360 and I used to go around, as you obviously pointed out to me many times, saying that a cover version of an old 60s song that was recorded on a 4-track, recorded now, is going to sound better because it's been recorded on modern equipment, but I've completely changed my mind on that one, especially given Queen's new release. But I think there are some good. I mean, for instance, the one I was mentioning that came up on this Spotify playlist the other day, David Watts by the Jam. I mean, I like the Kinks version, but I prefer the Jam's version. Maybe it's because I heard it first, or maybe it's because it's sort of punchy or whatever. But and there,
I think I'd agree with you there. Although it's the same, I did hear the Jam's version first, but it is much punchier than the Kinks one.
I mean, through when we were in our teens back in the 70s, bands used to record covers of old songs, and sometimes, as we've said before, you said that Pin-Ups isn't your favourite ever David Bowie album, but it is because it introduced you to a lot of 60s songs you wouldn't have heard, and Brian Ferry, These Foolish Things and that. I mean, I quite like a couple of the ones on Ferry's ones because they remind me of when I was young, like It's My Party and that sort of thing, but his version isn't better than Leslie Gore's, but it's not bad. But there are some ones that he probably should have stayed away from. The In Crowd by him wasn't bad.
I was gonna. So it's all right, but Dobie Gray's version and stuff. It's
So I mean, if anyone would like to comment on, do you have a favourite cover version, or do you have a record by a band that you like that has been covered, and that the person who's covered has actually ruined it?
The Isaiah, Let It Be.
Oh yeah. In fact, nearly any track of All This in World War II you could quote as ruining the Beatles versions. I was going to put any song that really ruined the original, like should never ever have been given the green light. Oh, Bay City Rollers version of Rebel. That was bloody awful. That was that came out. It was on the same album that Money Honey was on, but it was never a single.
I should get it from that. What one is that?
I mean, I was reading a post on Facebook today on the Small Faces page where someone has just finished reading. Oh yeah,
my albums.
Here's some albums that Marcus got while he was in hospital. Or he didn't.
No, Small Faces.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying that you got them while you were in hospital. There you go. Yeah. You might as well show it. It's yours. Small Faces' first album.
I've got this. Very pleased with that. Quite nice condition. Shall I take it out and put my fingers all over?
Oh yeah, do that, and then ram it back in. Yeah.
Cram it back in.
Yeah. It's I had a look at the condition when you showed me it, and it's excellent. It looks like it's hardly ever been played, and you got it for £20 cheaper than my one cost me about 8 years ago, and I've sold mine unfortunately, but needs must needs be. I'm just looking on the back of it. No actual hit singles on it, is there?
No.
I think so. No. Oh, serious. Sha-la-la-la-lee, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah. But,
I've now got all their all their proper no releases up to 69.
But a girl posted that she just finished reading Steve Marriott's story written by his daughter, Molly Marriott, I think it's Molly Marriott, All or Nothing. She's got dyslexia, so she said it's taken her about 2 years to read it, but she was saying it was a really good book, but it's amazing, how resilient he was, because literally every band he was in, even when he was solo and even after he died, his family he's just been ripped off every single. It got to a point when he had the band A Pack of Three where he wouldn't play gigs unless the pubs paid him in cash up front before they started playing. I was just thinking that, going back to the Honeycombs...
Did you see yesterday's paper's story about their tour in 1968
No.
with Australia and New Zealand?
No.
With The Who. It was a terrible tour. They got Australia media and stuff hated them and gave them a terrible time. Long-haired yobbos.
Yeah. Yobbos compared to The Who, smashing up all their gear and whatever.
No, I said that to both bands.
Right.
New Zealand or something, they were throwing everything out of the window.
Right, yeah. But I was sort of linking that very loosely to the Honeycomb story, thinking that maybe this post about her having a tragic life was that she got ripped off, but I mean, wasn't that part of the course in the 60s? Okay, now here's a question. It's nothing to do with what we're talking about, but the new Queen album, Queen 1 Remastered, Freddie Mercury's vocals been auto-tuned on it. Opinions? I mean, auto-tuning Freddie Mercury, someone on one of these sites likened it to someone touching up the Mona Lisa. There's no reason to auto-tune Freddie Mercury's vocals, and apparently the songs that they've done it on sound really sterile. And when you think back to Keep Yourself Alive and Liar, they're great songs, and his voice was great on them. So why did they, I just think it's absolute madness. But maybe someone sitting watching this who's just brought their box set and thinks it's the best thing he's ever heard.
Well, it's I just can't see the logic in. Well, it's just an excuse to put something out again and get more money for it. But there's a big anniversary next year.
Yeah.
And there could be an EP coming out.
Yeah, there could be an EP of a band who were punk 2-3 years before punk came out.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to be punks, they wanted to be Led Zeppelin. So when punk came out, they didn't jump on we should have stuck some bloody safety pins in, ripped a few t-shirts and changed our name to the, the Mean Machine would have been alright, I suppose.
Yeah.
But
where did that name come from?
Film.
Yeah.
But that's,
Which one?
Yeah, no, okay. For years and years, I thought the film was called The Whole Nine Yards in America and The Mean Machine in Britain. But then when I looked it up, so I could say to you, look, I found out that I was wrong.
No, you said it was in the Whole 9 Yards in England.
Oh, yeah, right.
You didn't believe it was called The Mean Machine.
Yeah, right.
Even though we went to see it at the cinema.
Well, the remake with Vinnie Jones is called The Mean Machine. But that's a remake, yeah, but that's rounded it perfectly. Did you ever watch the remake of The Mean Machine?
No.
No, okay. That was, it was a Guy Ritchie film, and it wasn't as good as Snatch or Lock, Stock. But it wasn't bad. It had quite a few of the same actors.
About series of films, what's your favourite Godfather film?
That's
Three's my favourite.
Yeah. But out of the 1 and 2, I suppose The Godfather 1, because if you could look at it as a complete film, and you wouldn't ever have to see 2 and 3, and it still would be a complete film. We'll switch from music for the minute. Films. Any films you've seen remakes that you thought were absolutely awful?
Remakes.
Or films that you think should be remade because they were made and they had potential but never fulfilled it.
I don't know. Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first one, Chris Kringle, one, the black and white one, was nice and sweet, and the colour one later on was so saccharine and.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, one TV show that I know you'll agree. Well, I hope you'll agree. Should never have been made. Is the remake of Darling Buds of May.
Oh, I don't know. It's a talented actor in there.
Mm.
Also in Doctor Who.
Yes,
Did
indeed.
some Doctor Who, and did that crime one was good.
Law and Order.
Law and Order, yeah.
I saw him this afternoon. I turned TV on this afternoon to put Poirot on, and it was the end of Coronation Street. And he was on there.
Yeah. He does seem to play himself though.
Yeah. Bradley
Yeah,
Walsh
right.
plays Bradley Walsh. Yeah.
There's no. At least David Jason attempted to do a East Anglian.
Oh yeah.
accent,
I mean,
but nothing from Bradley.
you couldn't say that D.I. Frost was anything like Del Boy. I mean, everyone's made turkeys. I mean, that one that he made about the retired MI5 agent that was went into private security. That was awful. That should never have been made. But I suppose a healthy attitude is like Michael Caine's attitude, where he said that he just accepted every film that was given to him because he didn't know how long his career was going to be and if he was going to die next week. So it's just get the money while you can. And he said he knows that Jaws 2 or whatever it was that he was in was an awful film, but he doesn't care. They played
The
for it.
Bees.
Pardon?
The Bees, wasn't it? He was in.
Oh yeah.
The Swarm.
Swarm.
That's it. The Bees. That's my football team.
Yeah.
All right. Here's another one. British TV. The Wiz.
Oh yeah. That definitely. Okay, let's just try it off the top of our heads, even though we haven't researched, to do a top 5 films that should never have been remade, and The Wiz has got to be up there, and probably at number 1. It was just a really badly conceived idea, back Wizard of Oz, and disco had just come in, and it was, some great talent in there, Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, but awful film. It's not so much a case of a top 5 films that were awful remakes. It's the top 5 films that shouldn't be touched and should be left alone, like Psycho and The Magnificent Seven and The Godfather. My top 5 record or music cover versions, either Here Comes the Night or Friday on My Mind of Pin-Ups, one of those two. You pick or choose, whichever one you want. Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, because I don't like Dylan's version. You like his version, don't you?
Yeah.
David Watts, The Jam. Oh, My Way by Sid Vicious. That should.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
one. That's
yeah.
a good one.
One that I genuinely like, and it isn't better than the Kinks version because the Kinks version is superb, but it is a really good version. On Heathen in 2001, Bowie, as a bonus track on the CD, covered Waterloo Sunset.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So that's definitely in my
that.
top 5. So I've done my top 5,
I'll have to listen to that. Right, so I've got to come up with 5 now.
if you can.
Little Things Mean a Lot by Spanky Wilson.
Notice, viewers, the look of total blankness because I haven't heard it.
Wonderful.
Who covered it? Who was it the cover?
Kitty Kalin.
Oh, right.
Back in the 50s. Frigid Pink, House
Oh,
of Rising Sun.
How could I forget that? Hell. Shit, that should have been in my top 5 for definite.
Yeah.
Especially since we used to play it. Not the Frigid Pink version,
Yeah.
but yeah, damn it.
Joe Cocker with a little
Oh yeah.
help from my friends. It's sort of, they're an American punk band and it sounds German, howl something, but they did the Birds 8 Miles High.
All right, yeah.
Mad version of that. That's good. Stranglers, Walk On By.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
a nice
good, yeah. So yeah,
That 5,
that's
yeah.
your 5, yeah.
Yeah.
You're better than my 5. I was really fucking clutching at straws Brian made. It's only make believe. We could even say But no, because that'd be really stupid. That just show how moronic I am to say 5 music videos that have been remade. No one remakes a music video; they make their own music video. What's your not a cover version, but your top 1 or 2, if you can think of 2, novelty records? There was quite a few of them in the 60s, and you're a 60s expert.
I don't know about that, but Jack Klugman, You're So Vain. I don't know, jokes like that, they've got to be Ernie.
Yeah. I mean, there's Shatner, isn't there? His version of Lucy in the Sky.
Yeah.
Trying to think of
But Ernie's got to be good.
Yeah,
Got 2 Ton Ted from Teddington.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Basically, if you do come across this video, just like it. It doesn't kill you. Just so we know someone's seen it. Yeah. If you want to make a comment, your favourite.
I don't read them, so you can say what you like. So.
Your favourite or most hated remake of a film, TV show, or song, and there we'll leave it. Bye bye.
Bye.